عزیز طلبہ و طالبات، فروق فاؤنڈیشن آن لائن اسکول کے ذریعے یکساں نصاب کے مطابق تعلیم حاصل کریں۔ اگر ہماری ویڈیوز پسند آئیں تو چینل کو سبسکرائب کریں اور دوستوں کے ساتھ شیئر کریں اور بیل آئیکن کو لازمی دبائیں تاکہ آئندہ آنے والی تعلیمی ویڈیوز آپ حاصل کر سکیں۔
بچو تاسو آنلاین سکول نه خپل پوره تعلیم کوي شي او د بورډ ایگزامز د انم او د لسم ولم آرام سره پاسول شي. تاسو خپل نور هم تعلیم حاصل کوي شي خپل عمر مطابق. خپل مور یا پلار ته فون یا لیپټاپ ذریعے مونږ سره آنلاین کلاس هستنو لپاره خبره کوي شي. روزانه یو یا 2 غنټې آنلاین کلاس اخلي. نو به چې تاسو سکول ته ځئ نو تاسو ته نور مدد ضرورت نه وي. دسې پړۍ سره تاسو خپل ټایم او د مور او پلار پیسې هم بچ کوي شي. آنلاین کلاس څه هم فیس نشته. تاسو زوم باندې نور هم کلاسز هستل شي او هر مضمون والا مکمل ویڈیوز موجود دي. So we will be doing the remaining exercise of the unit number 7, a letter of invitation to a friend to attend your birthday party. So we have done some of its exercise and the remaining we will do it in this video. So let us get started. Underline the silent letters, then write the words on the correct line. Okay. First of all, I'll explain to you that what are the silent letters. Silent letters are those letters in a word when we pronounce that whole word, the sound of that particular letter is not heard or it is not said. It is not actually pronounced. Like for example here the first word is right. So when we pronounce this we say it as right. So we do not pronounce the letter W. We do not say it as like right. We see it as right. So in this case we are not pronouncing the letter W, so we can consider it as the silent letter in this word. Silent letters چشوي. Silent letters مو هغه ته یایو چې کله مو یو word pronounce کوو نو هغه کې مو مغه letter نه یایو، هغه مو اصل کې نه pronounce کوو. لکه اوس داسې کې فار ایگزامپل ورډ چې دا رایټ ده نو رایټ والا ورډ کې مو ډبلیو لیټر چې دا که نه هغه نه پروناؤنس کوو. مو چې کله رایټ والا ورډ پروناؤنس کوو نو مو هغې ته داسې وایو رایټ. مو آر نه سټارټ هلو، رایټ نه وایو، ډبلیو نه سټارټ نه هلو، آر نه سټارټ هلو. نو د ورډ کې چې دا که نه مو سره ډبلیو والا لیټر چې دا هغه مو سره سایلنٹ لیټر ده. سایلنٹ لیټر کلم نه پروناؤنس کیږي. So in this part we are going to underline all the words that are silent. The first one is where the silent W. Right, whole, wrong, who, writer. In all of these words the letter W is silent. The next one is silent B. Depth, doubt, climb. So you can see that I am not pronouncing the letter B. Silent L. Could, calm, half, should, talk, palm, would. So same is the case with silent L. In all these words I am not pronouncing the letter L. It remains silent throughout these words. Silent GH. Night, light, fight. Same is the case here also. GH is not pronounced at all here. So I have in the above boxes I have underlined all these letters separately to show that which letter is actually silent in the word. So I have highlighted those and also have written them below in these blanks. Word stress rules. There are 2 very simple rules about stress. One word has only one stress. We can only stress vowels, not consonants. Okay, what is stress? That stress means zor paida karna. Like when we are pronouncing a word, there is a particular stress on one part of the word and not on the whole word. So the word that is being stressed is mostly vowels, and it is not consonants. Vowel are, as you know, that the vowel sounds that begin with A, I, E, O, U. These are the vowel sounds. स्ट्रेस रूल्स से शेवी स्ट्रेस मु हमेशा दसे शिते आयु लका यो वर्ड द कना आहे के वो यो पर्टिकुलर पार्ट मने चदा कना जोर पैदा को जो कलम प्रोनाउंस को कना यो वर्ड न आहे तो मु स्ट्रेस आयु और हमेशा स्ट्रेस चदा कना आहा वोवल्स मने खेगी का वर्ड के यो ने वोवल भी मु हमेशा स्ट्रेस आहे मने आचु मु कॉन्सोनेंट्स मने ना आचु वोवल्स कुम दी ए आई ओ यू ई दा मु सर वोवल्स दी consonants mein mu kalam stress na chau. So now we are going to show some of the examples of the stress. So most syllable two syllable nouns: present, export, China, table. Most two syllable adjectives: present, slender, clever, happy. Now the words that are marked as bold in bold letters, they are showing actually where the stress is. Stress on last syllable. Rule: most two syllable words: present, export, decide, begin. So these when they are verbs, the syllable is on the last one, stress is on the last syllable, and when it is noun or adjective, this stress is on the first syllable. Did you get that? Stress chida kana nouns or adjectives wala case ke हमेशा पहला वाला vowel मनी भी पहला वाला syllable मनी भी syllable मुझे चाहिए मगा vowel चुकुम मने stress भी ऐ तो मुझे syllable यायु. No, nouns or adjectives के present, export, China, table, present, slender, clever, happy. The all words के stress चुदा पहला syllable मनी दा और words वाला केस के stress चुदा हमेशा last syllable मनी भी मतलब द्वैम या द्रैम चुकुम यूम भी present, export, decide, begin. नो देना मुझे पता वाला कि था का स्ट्रेस पहले वाले मैंने स्टार्ट की भी आहा वो नाउन या एडजेक्टिव भी वो का स्ट्रेस आखिरी वाला सेलेबल मनी भी नो आहा वो वर्ड भी नो देना मुझे पता लगी चे यो वर्ड नाउन दा ओका एडजेक्टिव दा ओका वर्ब दा. Make two sentences, each of the words export, import, contract and object, showing them as nouns and verbs depending on whether the stress is on the first or second syllable. So I'll be making these sentences in the next slide. So let us see how they are made and how the stress is there. So now we will make the sentences showing whether they are nouns or they are verbs. Export. Their flowers are exported around the world. Exported. So the stress is on the last syllable, ed. They are now manufacturing more goods for export. So in this case the stress is on the start one, that is ex. Import. We import a large number of cars from the Japan. Here it is verb, so stress is on the last syllable, that is port. China must produce more food to reduce its imports. Here it is used as a noun. So import, in this case the stress is on the first one, im, import. Contract. We tore up the contract. So here contract, here the noun, so it is on, the stress is on the con, the first syllable. Steel contract as it cools, it is verb. So here the stress is on the second syllable, that is tracts. Object. There were 3 objects in the box. Noun. So here the stress is on the first syllable, that is ob. I really object to being charged for parking. here it is object is used as a verb. So the definitely the stress is on the second syllable, that is JECT, object. Import, export, contract, object da mu bela as a verb use kari, as a noun mu use kari. No ahe ke be mu tapata lagi chukum yo chida kana hada verb da kum yo noun da. No first sentences ke export chida kana aha verb da. No ahe na mu tapata wala gida che ahe wala chukum stress da kana aha dvam syllable bane da chukum PORT da. Dvam sentence ke export chida noun, as a noun use shave da. No ahe na mu tapata wala gida che ahe wala stress chida kana EX bane da. Import wala first sentence as a verb use shave. No import wala first chukum stress ta kana syllable wala aha dvam bane da, PORT bane da. Aur dvam sentence chukum use shave aha as a noun use shave. No ahe ke chida kana aha first syllable bane da, IM bane stress da. Contract ke first sentence ke as a noun use shave. No CON first syllable da, no ahe mane stress da. Aur dvam sentence ke as a verb use shave da, no contract. No ahe wala bu dvam chukum syllable da ahe mane stress da, aha chisheti TRACTS. Object ke as a noun use shave first sentence ke, no definitely mola first stress wo first syllable mane OB mane. Aur dvam ke as a verb use shave, no hela stress chida kana ha second syllable mane da stress, JECT, jet. No bas da khabar yaad asati che kas noun vi no aha wo first syllable mane stress vi, ka verb vi aha wo second syllable ya third syllable mane stress vi. Hope you are now clear that if it's a noun, so the stress will be on the first syllable, or if it's verb, the stress will be on the second or third, whether whatever it is that on the last syllable. Transitional devices. Transitional devices are words or phrases that help carry a thought from one sentence to another, from one idea to another, from one paragraph to another, linking sentences and paragraphs together smoothly. So you can see a single transitional device can even carry, can even connect one sentence to another, whether it is idea or paragraph or even whatever sort of thing it is. It can connect everything together. So they are kind of very important devices that are used in grammar, so transitional sentences are devices vi ya aha words ya phrases vi chukum matlab yo khabara mukammal de para chida kana use ko, matlab dve khabari vi ya dva sentence vi ya dva paragraphs vi ya dve ideas vi aha چې موږ کلم خپل یو بل سره کنیکټ کوو یا یې ولا سنس جوړو نو هغه مانس کې موږ همیشه ټرانزیشنل ورډ یوز کوو. نو دا چې دا کنه ډیر زیات امپورټنٹ وي، دې سره موږ ته یو کمپلیټ تھاټ ملاو شي چې دې ولې څه مطلب وو. نو دا ډیوایسز چې دي کنه هغه ډیر زیات امپورټنٹ دي. What are some of the common transitional devices? So here are some of the list is given here, that is addition, alternative, comparison and contrast, illustration, sequence, conclusion, cause and effect. Okay, so these are the situations which are given, and according to these situations there are list of the transitional devices that are given. Some of these transitional devices are used to add information, like when we are using the first, when addition means when we are adding one information with another already being mentioned. So in this case we use words like and, again, then, besides, finally, further, furthermore, nor, to, next, lastly, moreover, in addition, yeah, first. Addition nim transitional devices जैसे भी दाचिकुम दागा transitional devices दी दादे दे पर use कीगी चिकलम मु already मु यो information वर्कर है खो मु वाड़ू चुमागी सा no information add को ना हे दे पर दागा words you transitional devices use कीगी. Alternative, either, or, nor, on the other hand, however, neither, otherwise. So in this case when we are sometimes we have we are talking about something and that is not being that cannot work out like that. So in that case we can say a situation can be like this or that. Like we are giving situation alternative situation. So alternative case في تشيكم كمو إذا خبرت بدلوا طريقة سرقة ويشو cases كمو داغ transitional devices use كو. Comparison and contrast. Okay, comparison and contrast, as you know that when we are comparing two things, we are showing similarities or differences among them. So in that case, we are using these words as whereas, but, yet, on the other hand, however, by comparison, where, compared to, up against, although, in contrast. Comparison or contrast के चुकला मु द्वा शई नखपला के हो कि मु differences खायू चुकुम दा शई न चंगी यो वनी दी या मु के चंगी बदल दी यो बलना या कि मु similarities खायू चदा द्वा शई न चंगी यो वनी दी नो cases के चदा कना मु दा words use को. Illustration. Illustration means when you are explaining something with the help of an example or when you are trying to demonstrate it. So in that case we use illustration, and for example, for instance, in this case, in another case, on this occasion, in this situation, to demonstrate, to illustrate. Illustration ehti jo mukalla wax par khabar samjho ko no mohi this example virgu या aha यो practically मु छे perform को या मतलब यो खबर को नो ए सरसे मज़ीद explanation ने पाया से example वर्को नो cases को the words use को. Sequence. Okay, in this case we are when we have a lot of information and when we are trying to figure out them by giving them a sequence and order. So we use words like first, second, third, then following this, at this time, now, afterward, finally, consequently, previously, before this, thus, therefore, hence, next, soon. Like we are showing that what happened before this or what happened after this and what were the consequences or results of something. So in all these things we use these words. Sequence के मुकुम शे खायू चलका मुझे डेज़ ऐते खबरी भी नुम आखुल order खायू पहला दाकार वशो बहे पैसे दाकार वशो दाकार शो आगे वाला नतीजा दे से हुआ था या पहला ही ना पहला दाकार शवे उस दाबू कीगी या मख के दा की दनो वाले दिनों मु योशी वाला sequence खायू I दे पारा दा words use कीगी. Conclusion. Conclusion means when you are at the end you want to just explain your word in short or you want to conclude your thought or ideas, you use words like in brief, on the whole, to conclude, in conclusion, as I have said, hence, therefore, accordingly, thus, as a result. Conclusion chikala mu khabar khpala khatmawan waru no end ke chumukum words ahide pa use ko ahadadi. Cause and effect. Therefore, consequently, as a result. Cause and effect shows that what has happened before and what are its effects now. What was the cause? Means what were the reasons that a thing happened. And now what are its effects? What are its results? So in this case, we use these words. Cause and effect humu yuda she khayu yoshe vile sheveda. Ohi wala us asrat sadi. No de para chumukum words use ko kana ahadadi. Hope the concept of transitional words is clear to you. So now I am going to make sentences of these transitional devices. Therefore, my mother was ill, therefore I cancelled my trip. Either, I have to go to school either by bus or by taxi. Further, Sarah walked further into the room. In contrast, my father's decision was in contrast to the family rules. Again, she fell asleep again when her mother left the room. So now I have used these words, these transitional devices in the sentence to make it clear that in what situations they can be used. So some of them therefore is showing some sort of result, like when we are showing cause and effect relationship. Either is showing alternative situations. Further is showing us the additional information. She like, for example, Sarah walked further into the room means she has walked into the room. So it is providing us additional information. In contrast, it is showing the difference that my father's decision was in contrast means was against the family rules. Again means when addition, it's also an addition, like she fell asleep. This is one phrase, this is one sentence. Again, when her mother left the room. So it's showing another part of the sentence, like it is another sentence and they both are being added together. The sentences के मुसरा therefore चुदा कना हाँ मुसरा cause and effect है चम्मा वाला more बीमारा चुन दे वजन मखबल trip cancel करो. either मुसरा alternative situation है चीज़ school ता या बस में किचम या taxi किचम no de ke either or chida kana musar usually as alternative. Further chida kana hamusar additional information rakhi muta che Sarah walked further into the room, like ahe walk hua karo chita room ke. In contrast usually difference show gayi ya against hai chida dekh she khilaf tha. No, my father's decision was in contrast to the family rules. Again additional information khaymute she fell asleep again when her mother left the room. Prepositions. A preposition is a word used to link nouns, pronouns, or phrases to other words within a sentence. Prepositions are usually short words and they are normally placed directly in front of nouns. So by this definition we have come to know about two things, that they are used to link nouns, pronouns, or phrases or words in within a sentence. They have a linking purpose and they are short words and they are always placed in front of the nouns. So these are the two things that you must keep in mind. Prepositions are words which nouns, phrases, your words pala ke connect gayi. मोस्टली चुदा कना शॉर्ट वर्ड्स भी और अहे वाला हमेशा चुकुम पोजीशन भी कना नाउन न मख के प्लेस की सेंटेंस के हमेशा द नाउन न मख की भी. Preposition of position. A preposition of position is a preposition which is used to refer to a place where something or someone is located. Like it is showing that whether someone is on a certain position, which certain position. So such prepositions show us their position or their place. For example, let's play ball in the park. In the park, like means in the park. The boy sat on the chair. Not under the chair or in the chair, on the chair. The cat is under the table. So you can see here, all these three prepositions are showing us where a certain thing is. Preposition of position के मुता हमेशा यूशी वाला position है या place है ची आहा चिता के दा. Like उस दी द चुकुम लांदे sentences दी देखें दे वाल नमुता पता डाल आगे ची ball वाला चिता के ball चिता के प्रोत्ता, boy चिता के नास्ता, cat चिता के आहा चिता के दा under the table दा, boy चिता on the chair दा, ball चिता in the park तनो in, on, under दा मुता preposition of position दा. Nor musarashtadi laka in, on, under, behind, in front of, above, below, between, next to. These all are come under the preposition of position. Preposition of time. Preposition of time discusses specific time, date, festival, holiday, months, season, etc. Preposition of time are the same words as preposition of place. You can easily distinguish these prepositions as they always discuss times rather than places. Like mostly they are similar, preposition of time and preposition of places, but in these sentences we are quite clear that they are talking about time and not about places. So in that case we will be considering them as preposition of time. So they are mostly discusses months, they are discussing seasons, then when it happened, it may be year, it may be any date, it may be a certain festival, holiday, whatever it is. So it's not about only time, it's about all these certain things. A preposition of time to the kana aha hamisha date, time, festival, holidays, months या seasons discuss कई. The युषे कलश हवेदा कलश हवे कुमे मौके मनी शवेदा जैसे वाला चुकुम इंफॉर्मेशन भी आप preposition of time मुतरकई और preposition of time और preposition of position दा हम तकरीबन सेम भी और अख केसेस के मुतपता वाला की sentence ना चिदा उस time बरी के खबर की नवाकी के बे आहा time वाला prepositions भी. Preposition of movement. These prepositions are used to show movement to or from a place. We use to show movement with the aim of specific destination. So in this case, we show two cases, that from which point a thing is moving to which, like from and to, like we are showing its starting point and its end point, from where it is starting its movement and from where it ended its movement. So in both of these cases we mention in the preposition of movement. preposition of movement के मुँह हमेशा यूशी वाला आगा point हम हायो चिकुम ना आगा खपल movement शुरू करे दा और चिकुम मने आगा खपल movement ख़त्म कर लो मुद्दा बड़ा situations चिदा कना preposition of movement के खायू. No, for example, he's gone to the shops. He swam across the river. She ran away from the dog. She ran under the shelter. They walked down the stairs. So in all these examples, we can see here that she has gone to the shops. Like she was standing somewhere, now she has gone to the shops. He swam across the river. He started his movement from the start point of the river. Now he is moving across the river, so we can make sense that he must have started from the starting point of the river and at the end point of the river to the other bank of the river. She ran under the shelter. They walked down the stairs. In all these cases we are quite clear that what does it mean, like how they are showing, these words are showing their movement. So some more words are here: up, down, over, to, away from, past, into, out of, around, onto, off, across, through, along. So you can see with the help of these images it is quite clear that how these prepositions are used. So now we will be doing the exercise. Choose the correct preposition. So here you can see the image that is given, and on the basis of this image we are going to solve these blanks, these options. The fridge is between or under the door and cupboard. It is located, as you can see, it is between the cupboard and the door. So the correct option is between. The bin is near, in front of the doors. In front of. Bin, okay, you can see here it's in front of the drawers. The microwave is next to, under the window. It's next to the window. It's placed it's placed with the window, so we are using the word next to. The door is next to, under the shelf. The shelf, you can see the shelf above the door, so the door is under the shelf. The clock is in the wall or on the wall, so definitely it's on the wall. The chairs are under, the next to the table. The chairs are next to the table. Complete with the right preposition. The curtain is between the flush bowl and the bath. You can see the green curtain is hanging between the flush bowl and the bath. The flush bowl is next to the bath. It's placed next to the bath. The shelf is on the wall. Okay. The mirror is behind the wash basin. You can see the mirror here. It's behind the wash basin. Okay. The cupboard is under the wash basin. Yes, the cupboard that is opened, you can see that is under the wash basin. The mat is below the toilet. It's placing below. Fill in the blanks using the preposition at, in, and on. Can you see the paper spider in the ceiling? The roses in your garden are very beautiful. Were there many cars on the road this evening? I am meeting my friend at the gate of the park on Sunday. Will you stay at home tomorrow? You can see the at in both cases are showing us the preposition of position. Also they are also showing us the position where the roses or spider are, and the third one that is on is showing us the preposition of how were there many cars on the road. Yes, it's also showing us the preposition of position. Compound prepositions. Compound prepositions are made up of two or more words. They may be written as one word or as two or as more separate words. Like mostly we have seen a preposition with a single letter that is very short. As we know, that prepositions are short, but there is another kind of preposition that we call it as compound preposition. In compound preposition, it is made up of mostly two or more words, and these words can either be written together or they may be written separately. Compound words are words we چکم کے دوا یا دو words we or da words sarake mulikeshu or separately mulikeshu. No, asil ke humu preposition consider ko as a short words. Khuda yo bill type the prepositions wala chukum aga short nevi aga long vi o ahe ki chida kana dva ya dwana zet words vi. Now for example, she cannot stay here as of now. Rashid was never close to his parents. Rahim is standing next to Arif. So in three of these examples you can say as of, close to, next to. These three things are these three are considered as compound prepositions. Here is a list of prepositions that are given according to, as of, as well as, aside from, because of, by means of, in addition to, in front of, in place of, in regard to, in respect to, in spite of, instead of, on account of, out of, prior to. So you can see there is a huge list of these words, compound prepositions, which can be used in a sentence. Now we are going to underline the compound prepositions in the sentence. The oak tree is next to my window. Here the compound preposition is next to. We visited the castle prior to boarding our river cruise boat. Prior to. According to his mother, he often talked in his sleep. According to. In our solar system, the planet next to Earth is Venus. Next to. The inside of the auditorium is beautiful. The inside of. So you can see next to, prior to, according to, next to, inside of. These five are the compound prepositions that are used in these sentences. Hope the concept of compound preposition is also clear to you, along with the preposition of movement, preposition of position, preposition of time. All these are very easy and they are very with the help of images, and you can easily understand them. Hope things are clear now. We will be continuing our next chapter in next video inshallah. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz.